Holy shit, it seems like forever since I've done a video, but I'm here today with one of my very favorite Sega Genesis games. Today we're going to be looking at Zombies Ate My Neighbors from Konami. Let's dive right in. Released in 1993 by Konami, back when Konami gave a shit about anything, Zombies Ate My Neighbors is a top-down shooter based on the B-horror movies of yesteryear. When I was younger, I used to go to my aunt's house and play this for hours. It's one of my favorite Sega Genesis games, but it was also released on the Super Nintendo. If you like to live life without blast processing, that is. But we're here for a review, not for console warring. Let's start with something a little different. Let's look at the packaging. As you can see, the front cover of Zombies Ate My Neighbors is this lovely and colorful B-movie poster. I love this cover. It's silly, quirky, and unique. The spine is attractive. And on the back we have lots of screenshots and lots of information. Inside the box, of course, you see we have our manual. It's not a color manual, and it only conveys information for the most part, but its tone is fun, just like the game. And there's the cartridge. As you can see, it retains the art of the cover. Now on to the actual game. Let's start with graphics. Frankly, the game looks fantastic. Its art style is just perfect for the humorous horror elements. It's cartoony and colorful, and the animations are fun and smooth. The environments are great too. The game really captures the atmosphere of the campy B-movies it draws from, and the sprite work is done very well. Next, let's look at the audio. The game's music is fun and quirky. It's like an over-the-top sci-fi horror movie soundtrack. The sound effects are fairly mediocre though. They work, everything pretty much sounds how it should, but the effects don't really stand out too much. It should also be noted that the voice of the boy and girl are exactly the same. Strange choice, maybe to save resources, who knows? Now how about that gameplay? As I said earlier, Zombies Ate My Neighbors is a top-down shooter. The basic premise is that your neighborhood has been overrun with zombies, alien plants, chainsaw murderers, and all other manner of horrible horror movie monsters. You, as two children, are tasked with taking down these beasts and saving your oblivious neighbors from certain death. Fun premise, and it works well. You can play the game alone or with a friend. I recommend co-op. It's much funner with a buddy. The left player gets the boy, and the right player gets the girl. It adds a whole new competitive aspect to the game with versus rankings. The only downside is that the players can't wander too far apart, as an invisible wall is put up at the edge of the screen. The enemies for the most part are fast-moving and can be taken down with a few shots from your trusty squirt gun. With a few exceptions, this chainsaw guy is BS. There are quite a few weapons to choose from the funny, like a squirt gun, water balloons, and popsicles, to the more serious, like a weed whacker and a rocket launcher. The controls are very good if you have a 6-button controller. With a 3-button controller though, inventory is a little harder to manage. But still, the controls are good with either one. The amount of content is absolutely nuts. With 55 levels, each getting harder and harder as you go, this one will keep your attention for hours on end. As for fun factor, as you may have guessed, yes, I think this game is very fun. One of the funnest and quirkiest shooters out there. So all around, this is a great game. And there you have it, Zombies Ate My Neighbors, a fun little comedy horror shooter for 1 or 2 players. I absolutely love this game. If you don't have it, buy it on the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis. Of course, I have the Sega Genesis version. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.